Another use of the term ser would be to express time, like telling time, as well as numbers. So if I'm looking at this series of clocks to ask what time it is, I would use que hora es. What hour is it? Is kind of the translation of that, or what time is it? When telling time, es la with una or son las with other hours. So if it's 1 o'clock, I would say es la una. One is singular. Son las dos, two would be plural, and it would continue throughout the rest of the clock. Son las seis. So when I have the singular 1 o'clock, that's where the difference is going to occur there with the clock. So if I'm looking at time after the hour, I'm going to indicate how many minutes after the hour it is. So son las 4:05 would be, it is 4 o'clock and 5 minutes, or 4:05. Son las 11:20 would be, it is 11 and 20 minutes, or 11:20. You could use, when we get to the 15-minute increments, there is a convention that you could say y cuarto. That is going to be more likely what is used by a native speaker, would be y cuarto for a quarter after, as opposed to quince to express the 15 minutes. Same thing when I hit 30 minutes, I would probably say y media, half. I wouldn't really say y 30. If I'm a native speaker, I'm probably going to say es la 1:15, versus someone who's probably learned in a classroom might say son las 9:15. We like to express time from the half hour to the hour in Spanish by subtracting minutes. So once we get past 30, we start talking about the subtraction. So I don't say 1:45. I say 1 minus 15. So es la 1:15 would be, it is 12:45. If I wanted to say it is 2:45, 2 is plural, son las 3, so it's 3, menos 15 means 3 o'clock minus 15 minutes, which is 2:45. Son las 8 menos 20 would be 8 o'clock, take away 20 minutes, which would be 7:40. So we're going to tell time there a little bit less intuitively in Spanish. If I want to ask what time an event is at, which is the whole reason we learn to tell time, I would say a que hora blank for the event. To state the time that something takes place in response to that, I'm going to say a la una if it's singular, or a las dos, a las tres. Anything other than one is going to be plural there. So some useful words and phrases that are going to be associated with telling time would be son las 8 en punto. It is 8 o'clock on the dot. That's a common English phrase, right? It's 2 o'clock on the dot. So when we say en punto, that's on the dot. That noon. So in English, we don't say 12 o'clock p.m. We say it's noon. And so in Spanish, we say es el mediodía. It's half day. Same thing with es la medianoche. It's halfway through the night. So just like we don't say 12 p.m., 12 a.m., we tend to say noon or midnight. Spanish does follow the same convention. If I want to say something is in the morning, so specify a.m., I don't say a.m. I say son las 9 de la mañana. So in the morning would imply a.m. If I want to say in the afternoon, I would say son las 4:15 de la tarde, in the afternoon. Evening is typically going to begin around 5 to 6 p.m. So we would have son las 10:30 de la noche. So it is 10:30 at night, or 10:30 p.m. Here are some other examples of asking for time. Notice you'll have que hora es, what time is it? Son las 4 menos 10. So it is 4 o'clock minus 10 minutes, which would be 3:50. Then I have in the second one, son las 4:25. So that one isn't menos, so it's 4. 25 is 25, so it is 4:25.